I didn't just catch my wife cheating. I found out my own daughters helped her hide it.
I always believed my family was unbreakable, that the bond between a father and his daughters couldn't be shaken, and a marriage built over 20 years could withstand anything. I was wrong. Betrayal doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it comes from the very people whose names you spent your life protecting. My wife, Monica, and I built our life slowly. We met in college, married young, and raised two incredible daughters, Olivia and Grace. They were the center of my world. I woke up early to make them breakfast, drove them to every practice, and stayed up late whenever they had nightmares. I wasn't a perfect dad, but I was always present. I was there. Monica worked for an architecture firm run by a man named Eric. I'd met him at company events, slick, charming, the kind of guy who carried himself like every woman wanted him and every man wanted to be him. I never trusted him, but I trusted my wife. Or at least I thought I did. Over the years, small changes started to appear. Monica dressed differently, took more business trips, and cared more about overtime than family dinners. She started guarding her phone like it held national secrets. But every time I asked, she insisted it was just work stress, and I believed her. Because to me, that's what marriage meant, trust. The truth came out on a Tuesday evening. I got home early from a canceled job assignment, and the house was oddly quiet. Our daughters, both teenagers, were sitting on the couch, looking pale and nervous. They glanced at each other when I walked in like they were trying to agree on how to react. "What's wrong?" I asked. Grace swallowed hard. "Dad, you're not supposed to be home right now." That one sentence was the first crack in the foundation of my life. I went to our bedroom and saw Monica's laptop open on the bed. She never left it out. The screen was still on an open email thread between her and Eric. My hands started shaking as I scrolled messages, photos, plans, hotel bookings, lies, months and months of them. It wasn't an accident. It was deliberate and carefully managed. And the worst part, my daughters knew. The messages mentioned that Olivia had covered for her twice. Grace had lied to me about where her mom was going. They were helping her cheat, hiding it. When Monica walked in an hour later, she froze. Her face went white. "You weren't supposed to be home yet." It's not what it looks like. Not. "Let me explain." She said the truth out loud without even realizing it. I stared at her. "How long?" She didn't answer. "How long, Monica?" She whispered, "Almost a year." Something inside me snapped, not with anger, but with a cold, painful clarity. I looked at my daughters. "You both knew?" Olivia burst into tears. Grace couldn't even meet my eyes. Their silence was all the confirmation I needed. In that moment, I realized I wasn't just betrayed by my wife. I was betrayed by my entire household. I walked out without another word. That night, I stayed at a coworker's house. The next morning, I met with a divorce attorney. I didn't want revenge. I wanted freedom from the people who treated my loyalty like a joke. My lawyer was ruthless. Monica expected me to scream and fight. Instead, I stayed calm and let the legal system do the work. Her affair with her boss became a huge factor. The emails, the hotel receipts, we had everything. When Monica got the divorce papers, she called, crying and begging. She said it meant nothing, that she'd made a mistake. I didn't respond. When someone betrays you for a year, it's not a mistake, it's a choice. Then the consequences hit her even harder. Her precious boss, Eric, dumped her the second he learned I had evidence. He wasn't going to risk his company and reputation for her. My daughters reached out next with excuses. "Dad, we didn't know what else to do. Mom promised she'd stop. We didn't want to hurt you." I told them the truth. "You didn't protect me. You helped her deceive me. Now we all have to live with the consequences of our choices." Monica tried to fight for the house, but the court awarded it to me. She moved into a small apartment alone. I didn't need the satisfaction of watching her leave. The emptiness she created in her own life was punishment enough. Over the next several months, I rebuilt my life piece by piece. I focused on work, on my health, on rediscovering who I was. My daughters and I slowly started rebuilding something new, not the same bond, but something honest, built on accountability. As for Monica, she never recovered. Last I heard, Eric refused to take her back and her reputation was shattered. People say karma takes time, but sometimes karma arrives the moment the lies fall apart. I didn't scream or fight. I simply walked away from the people who did value me and watched their world collapse without me lifting a finger. Thanks for listening. If you've been through something similar, remember that your peace is the ultimate prize. Follow for more stories like this.